Hey folks, welcome back. So today we're going to look at the Android emulator because in the last video we looked about running Expo on the iOS simulator, so it's only right if we cover the Android part too. Android is actually easier to use, I find, with devices because they give us a QR code that we can scan in order to run the app on our actual physical device. You can't do that on iOS yet. I think that's because of Apple. But anyways, Android is really nice to use on the physical device. I actually develop most of my app on the physical device. So what you want to do is actually go through step one in this tutorial. So Expo have their documentation here. It's under Managed Workflow and under the Android Studio emulator. Step one is pretty much what you want to run through. Go install Android Studio 3.0, and then you want to make all these checkboxes like they have here in the picture, and just follow the instructions. And in step two, they'll have us set up a virtual device. That pretty much means that we're going to choose the device that we want to run our app on. So on multiple ADB versions, I think that's if you only have multiple versions running, and I didn't really run into any problems here. So if you have run into any of these issues, then you should probably refer to this part of the documentation. And without spending more time on this, because you can read through it, we are going to look at how to get to this page, because some things have changed that made this documentation not completely up to date, but with this video it will be up to date. So what you want to do is, I hope you have Expo running. If you haven't, then you want to go to your terminal and click or type and run Expo Start, which will give you this QR code so that you can scan on your phone and run it on your app when you need to. But you can see that, like they have here, they say press A for Android emulator or I for iOS simulator. We're already familiar with I because we ran it in the last episode to open up the iOS simulator. Then this episode we're going to run A. But before we do that, let's go back here. We want to open up Android Studio because they have us install that. So we go to Android Studio, already have that open. We're going to exit that. You want to open an existing Android Studio project, and you might be thinking, I don't have that project. Well, actually, it doesn't really have to be an Android project. You could just go to where we have set everything up, and that will be Dancing Nomads Mobile 2. I have it all in these folders. I don't know why, but that's just how things are set up for me. And you want to click Open. So that'll open up the integrated development environment. That's what I think it is. It could also be a code editor. But anyways, what you want to do is you want to go to this little button here. It looks like a phone with a little alien nostrils or alien tentacles coming out of the head. You want to click that. That'll open up the Android Virtual Device Manager, and that's basically what they have us get to here. Now, you can go ahead and create a virtual device. If you have no device, you can just go click the virtual device. I just randomly go with the one they recommend. You click next, and they have a whole bunch of system images available. You could just use the one that they default to. That's what I do, and click next and click finish, and that'll create your Android virtual device. So you can see that they have that here. I like using the Pixel 2. That's because I have Pixel 2. Also be aware that these system images are gigantic, so they take up a lot of space on the computer. So if you're not using it, then delete it. You don't need it. So what I'm gonna go do is I'm just gonna delete this one that I recreated because I don't want to use that one. I want to use the Pixel 2. And what you want to do now is you want to click that little run button that you have here, and that'll actually start up simulator. And we already have ours started up actually, so we'll just close that. Let's run that again. Okay, so it looks like that's not what I want. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll actually get a new device because this is really set up. So let me pause the video here. So what I ended up doing is I actually went back and actually loaded the 5X like we wanted, and I actually just clicked the little run button, and right now this Android emulator is loading. So I'm not gonna make you guys watch through this. I am going to let it run. We'll be back in a jiffy when this actually loads, and we'll finish up today's lesson. Come back. So it looks like our device is all loaded up. You can see that what we have here, really nothing. Just Chrome, Play Store, text messages, and the phone. So what we want to go do now is we want to go back to our terminal and just type A, and it'll try to open the project on Android. And it'll load a bit. And you can see that you don't really need to have Expo installed on the simulator. When you click A, it'll do that for you, and it'll say that here by saying that it's installing Expo on the device. So it will just take quite a while to load, actually. And you can see that once it's done, it'll be opening on Android device, and it'll give you all these success messages. And if you go to your device, what you should actually see is that welcome to React Native to get started at app.js, which is what exactly we have in our code. It's exactly what we ended up with in the iOS simulator as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. That took a long time to actually bring the screen up, to actually load. I went through so many Snapchat videos. But anyways, please rate, comment, subscribe if you're liking these videos. We are creating an actual real project that I've published before. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next episode.